Hello and greetings, everyone. Happy Friday, or possibly Saturday, depending where you are on this fine curved globe of ours. I am back once again to, stream with y'all, but finally, once again, I have brought a friend. Please extend a warm welcome to the Lightning Bliss.
Where's the Lightning Bliss?
Here's the Lightning Bliss. Well,
it's too short.
Not in this thumbnail, I tells you what. It was my supreme pleasure to enlarge the bliss to be of gargantuan proportions. Gargantuan, I say.
How I feel on the inside.
That's right. This is how she will destroy everything. Let's see. So, I'm just trying to make sure I've got all my windows in order. This is also a first for me on the advice of my friend Saber Spark, he said, Silver, you need to monetize your videos because that's the only way you get into the YouTube algorithm now. And I'm like, so it's like I monetize, and so I'm going to monetize the stream. I hope people don't mind a commercial. But I'm like, first they make you monetize, then they do their best to not have to pay you. With all the copyright claims and hoo-ha. It's all the hoo-ha. So I'll be curious to see what folks are saying. But let's start with some shout-outs to good people in the chat. Brian Luna and Battlecross, Komodo Steel and Little Heart Raccoon. Let's see here. Brian Luna is telling Battlecross to check under their... or telling Komodo to check under their chair. I sense shenanigans or possible destruction. Let's see here. So a little bit of that. Adam Leisman. And just scrolling on down because people were chatting before we started. Cosmeta Inspira. Good to see ya. Who is having dinner. Excellent. Who's listening to our dear friend Mad Munchkin talking about being an online artist. I'd be curious to know what thoughts she presented. Enderpup and Pokemon Fire Eevee. Cherry Fluff Billy Official. I just say it that way. Official. Champ to Stay and Parker Boots. Kevin. That's probably the simplest screen name I've read tonight. Just Kevin. And with the Sailor Jupiter icon, so I applaud your taste. Magical Dude and MLP Trinary, Lunar Brony, Ski Storm, CT Stormwing CT-0798. I feel like I just read a mobile suit entry. And Christian Parrish. It jumped on me. Nathan Duazo. There we go. Jamie 323. Madison Fillion. Ven Pie. And over on the Twitch, we have Hunting Rangers and Vampire... Vampel-Stat 666. Vampel-Stat doubts that the multiverse could survive me and Jasper Pie in the same video. Challenge accepted. I shall see what I can do to integrate Jasper Pie and tax the multiverse. Because, by God, everything is either time travel or multiverse theory right now. Been watching all the Mortal Kombat clips of the Mortal Kombat 1 interactions. They're all like, which timeline are you from? Oh, I'm from this timeline. Oh, I'm from this timeline. I'm from the timeline where everyone has COVID. Oh, that's the worst timeline. And ain't that the truth? Meh. Meh. Oh, and Cherry Flip Belly has a little something for us. A picture they drew of our characters. So if you'll forgive, I'll just bring that on screen for a moment. Whoops. There we go. So here is Cherry Flip Billy, a fan of the blushin', and of course it's the what do they call it? the lineup photos inspired by the Barbie movie. Though I'm amazed at how well the Barbie movie has already started a full-on meme.
I have several questions.
What did we do, or what did I do and frame you for?
What did I do to be paired up next to you?
The eternal questions. One never knows. Man, indeed. Now, as advertised, I'm going to start by, well, we're going to be talking about animation and lip flap, but first we must aid our dear Twinkie Twink, the Twinkikins. For I did a little cutout of this template you see for hacky sacks, and I found that while the front of Twink gets together with the sides pretty well, not so in the tush. Twink's tush knee is unaligned, and there's no amount of cream that's going to solve that one, I tell you what.
Yeah, I was surprised at it. I actually didn't notice till you pointed it out.
So, now the question before me, I'm just going to take this over here, and I'm going to take a copy over nya. The idea here is that these two halves essentially wrap around one another, but that makes it a little harder to line up the sides. So, let's see here. We're just going to try and get these to work together as best we are able. Because I want... Bliss is going to be selling Twink hacky sacks at Everfree Northwest, where she shall be a community guest.
I hope they accept my panel. I mean, I don't know if people will attend or not, but hopefully it'll be accepted. If not, you will see me on the TF2 panel at least, and any other panels that Silver-Quill would like me on.
Oh yes, and you all will see me on, I believe I'm currently slated for 12 panels? Maybe 13?
I thought it was 8. Why did it increase?
I made promises. My face made promises that the rest of my body can't cash.
Yeah. Stop that, maybe?
I'm trying. Oh,
you're gonna kill yourself.
Oh, but what a way I shall go. I shall go celebrate alongside my fellow fans.
Yes, everybody go Silver. Yes, that's his name. Don't wear it. No, keep saying it. It's not wearing him out enough.
And his final words were, "I ship it." Blech.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine.
Either that or continuity. Bleh. You got to keep the bleh. It's words to live by. The bleh.
The bleh.
What is this? I have double green? I have double green. Away.
That is... Yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, how's he interpreting? Oh.
Well, interpreting is a generous description. I'm more just winging it. I'm winging it with the Twink Tushy. Tell me that isn't shipping fodder. But then it's still the question of, well, what do I do to coordinate? Because the pink needs to be way, way up there.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
So we're going to put that to like the midpoint and draw it out.
Well, maybe you could lower the pink on the other end? Or
Yes, I could.
I don't know.
Well, we can do all these things.
Yeah.
All that in a bag of chips.
Well,
because when the chips are
had
down...
I known you were fixing this, and the fact that you're doing this so kindly out of your heart, I would have hurried up with my end of the bargain of the trade here, because I am not quite done with it yet.
No worries. There is no scheduled timeline, or but it's a trend here. What did you? You've got issues, Quill. Rocket Raccoon. and Trinary himself. It's true, but still Trinary, who is also going to be a community guest. So much.
Hurry up before Bliss takes over. Why would me taking over be so bad?
Indeed. What would we witness in a kinder, gentler, unless you call her cuter, rulership? Alicornus. I'm trying to come up with the name of a... What are the Alicorns? Rulership under an Alicorn is not quite matriarchy, I guess. Or is it?
Monarchy? Kinda?
Monarchy? I mean, there's no rule saying male alicorns can't get involved if we ever see one.
If we ever see one, yeah, I'd like to see one.
Oh, yes, that reminds me. I need to give a shout out to, of all things, Opaline Arcana, who followed my Twitch 4 days ago.
Ah.
Oh, and Little Heart has just donated over on the Ko-fi. Thank you, Little Heart.
Kofefe.
Kofefe.
How's that working out for you? I haven't signed up for that yet.
I like it. I appreciate it. It mostly comes into play during these streams. I really should do a better job of updating, what I've worked on the Ko-fi.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate that it is for people who might feel intimidated by Patreon and its reward tiers. Ko-fi is lower commitment, but still supportive. So I think it's a clever idea. I'm all for it.
I really have to consider it, yeah, because I realize because I've had a couple of folks come up to me and just flat out donate a high amount, but say they had no interest in the rewards, and it's not that they didn't appreciate the rewards, they just wanted it to be nice.
Well, good on you, folks. Much appreciate that you're being nice.
Yes, I appreciate it, but I also feel bad that you don't want anything in return. I don't do well with that.
Well, you create wonderful content that people enjoy. I mean, isn't that what this is all about?
I mean, true, but I don't like getting things for free.
Well, now, I could troll you with kindness and send a message to the people of Everfree Northwest. Lightning Bliss will have a table in the vendor hall. And while she is not necessarily accepting all gifts, she will still say silver if I encourage gift giving. I'm just saying.
I don't need any. If y'all keep giving me gifts, I won't have room in my luggage.
Oh, there we go. So, someone get her an extra luggage. That'll solve the problem.
No, because then I have to pay to get that luggage on board.
Someone include the baggage fee in the luggage.
No!
This is a good plan.
Oh my gosh, he's just thinking of every way to counteract. Like, no, you don't need to be nice to me with more niceness.
Oh, although now that I think about it, Seattle is one of the places where Southwest doesn't get along. For me, at least in terms of travel, my only options are Alaska Air and Frontier. And I will not fly Frontier ever again. No.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, bitter memories. Oh, rage.
Well, now I gotta know. Tell us a story.
Alrighty. This was Everfree Northwest, I will say 2014. Because I think it was relatively early on in my time of broniness. But I fondly remember it as I would see Fireteam Harmony walking down the hallway in full Rainbow Spartan gear and just think, yep, now I am at a brony convention. But upon landing, after being cramped in a too small seat with like a cigarette holder for a tray, food tray, I get to the baggage claim, and my bags are locked up in a grated fence. And I'm like, can I have my stuff, please? Oh, sorry, the Frontier people went home. They won't be back until 6 o'clock. It was 1 in the afternoon.
No.
So I was like, And all in all, just not pleased at all. But not much I could do either. So I had the pleasure of going downtown with the illustrious Q. We checked out the Space Needle, but then I had to walk from the hotel all the way back to the airport, which, granted, that sounds harsh, but this was when we were at the DoubleTree that was conveniently close to the SeaTac airport. And I finally got my stuff, but it was far more demanding than I would have liked. Far, far more demanding. I'm like, what in the hoo-ha-hey? And I swore then and there I would never, ever fly Frontier again. That you can have all the cutesy animal commercials you want, Frontier, but I will not be deceived. No, sir.
Yikes.
Oh, and we've had some new people come in, especially Flitter Chris. Hello, Chrissy.
Hello, Critter. I see a Maddie as well. Hello.
Oh, the Maddie. People were just singing your praises on your own stream about becoming an online artist. Ah, and Little Heart has pointed out... Oh. Actually, Fetch has a good suggestion. Pay the postage for Bliss to mail her stuff back home. There you go. To FedEx we go.
I don't trust FedEx. I don't even trust the USPS these days.
Oh, boy. Oh, well, here, I can tell you another. But first I will show, this is what Little Heart has been working on. A wood engraving featuring a Legend of Zelda motif.
Ah, ooh.
And it's always dangerous to go alone.
Yes, I agree. Take this.
Take this. But not the fairy. You can leave the fairy. Hey, listen. Yeah, just leave it behind.
Just leave it behind. We don't need her.
The listening fairy can't hurt you, only drive you mad.
Oh, lordy.
Lordy, Lord.
No. No.
Actually, well, I do just a couple more, what was I going to call it? Twitches to the twink? No, that's not right. Tweaks to the twink. There we are. Let's see here. Because the idea...
Tweaks to the twink.
Tweaks to the twink, yes. Because the idea here... well, I suppose I would need a 3D render, because the idea here is that the head is up here.
Right.
And it goes dink. And then the tushy is back here, and it goes dink.
Mm-hmm.
But to have a wraparound, this is also like the most surreal art I think I've done in a while. I could see this during a bad acid trip.
Yeah, I can see it too. Ooh, rainbows.
I don't know. I mean, can we come up with some sort of kid-friendly rainbow trip?
Acid trip? I don't think we can. Well, I mean, we can... Okay, if Avatar The Last Airbender could get away with cactus juice, then I think we could get away with a small acid trip.
That's right. We just call it the rainbow trip.
Yeah, we just don't fly out, call it an acid trip.
Or Brian Luna suggests ketamine, which I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm not sure if I should encourage knowledge on this topic.
No, it's legal. At least here it is. It's an over-the-counter. It basically is kind of like a purifier, a natural purifier. I had some in my coffee once, never again, because I had an emotional purge.
Oh, wait, I think I've heard of this. It, like, clears all the toxins out of you, but you may experience some wild visuals?
You might experience something along the lines of what CBD would do. You might, or in my case, you'll experience an emotional purge where you're analyzing your behavior, analyzing your emotions, analyzing maybe things from your past to your present. You might go on a little bit of a trip, nothing too serious. Well, for me, though, it was an emotional purge where I basically was crying my eyes out saying, I am a bad person. I only do nice things because I want people to like me. Please don't hate me.
Oh, that just sounds like you're being too self-critical.
They all had to comfort me. It was great. It's like, okay, I analyzed myself. I don't think I need to do that again.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
We're good.
Oh, God. Brian Luna's saying it's a horse tranquilizer. They gave it to Luna at the University of Utah Hospital after breaking their leg. It was wild.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and yes, we must... Chris, the musical pony, has it right. Don't say that, Bliss. You're a great person. Yeah, it's true. Is the truthity truth. Yep, and Adam Leisman confirms that it's 4 horses. And Chris, the musical pony, points out going down the Rainbow Road. Oh, God. If I have a trip where I go down the Rainbow Road, I'll be screaming bloody murder. The turns are too tight! The turns are too tight! Oh, goodness. I screamed a little too hard there.
Or you could... No, worse. You have a trip down the sidewalk from Hug-a-Bunch.
Oh, God. And then I'll be singing that song, you gotta watch where the sidewalk stops. Watch what you say, what you say. But the sidewalk was quite wonderful. An excellent pun for which I salute the Hug-a-Bunch. And that's not easy to say sometimes. But
but it was fun to watch, right?
It was. It was a fun reaction and a fun thing to just go over. We must plot other viewings.
I would love to do that again, yeah.
I mean,
really, really would.
I mean, there's always the Star Wars Holiday Christmas special.
Please, no, anything but that. I've seen it. I don't want to see it again.
Yeah. Oh, but it's the ultimate trial by fire.
No!
Alrighty. So, once again, I'm going to have to cut this out and tape the parts together to see if I've made an improvement.
Alright.
I really should. Well, if I had a better understanding of, like, 3D software, I'm sure I could come up with something. But, no, I must rely on my analog skills.
I believe.
Believe in the twink. Believe that the twink will nom you. But I promised that we would talk about Lip Flap tonight, and so we shall.
Yes.
Let me just get into Adobe Premiere Pro, my choice for editing at the moment. Because new project. Let's just say Lip Flap. And where can I choose a location? Wonder if I have anything like other. Nope, I'm not that foolish. There comes a time where I must purge my portable hard drive, else I shan't have room for anything new. Let's see here. Create. And then, I don't know why, I always like the project files up top, right next to where I preview them. Not everything does. I don't understand. All right, new sequence. And I've been told, 24 frames a second, rather than the 30 I used to believe in. Lip flap.
Lip flap.
Lip flap.
Lips. And my kitty's meowing at me again.
Oh, is it? Well, when we were talking, you let the kitty out, but now it wants back in?
Now she wants back in because I am her human. But it's like my husband is home, so it's like, please bug him. Ayana Dreams is home, why don't you bug him? No, she wants to bug me because I'm the one that feeds her.
Of course.
And she has food, so she has no reason to be bugging me other than she wants me to pay attention to her.
The way of the gato.
Yeah.
Also, Yakov von Tokar, it's good to see you, and I'll see you for the podcast on Sunday. Is good times.
Is good times.
Now, for me, I don't have a puppy at the moment. My brother has a dog, Jack, who is quite wonderful. But oddly, in helping my friend Paula and Cruelica, I've gotten to know their cats. And thankfully, they're short hair cats, and my allergies are not kicking up. Oh boy, I don't know if I.
Oh, you're allergic.
I'm allergic to long hair cats because my eyes, they swell up like a demonic bullfrog.
Oh no! Well, thankfully Sid is a short hair, but I don't know if that'll make a difference.
Oh well, apparently it does, as I've been okay with these cats. But I don't know. I'm a dog person. I'm used to a dog's overwhelming affection, and boy howdy, I do love it.
I love dogs. I grew up with dogs ever since I was little. Like, I still remember my first dog, Hattie. Miss her to bits. She was like a Labrador cow dog mix. But for some reason, as I've gotten older, my allergies have been getting worse, and it's gotten to a point now where, like, I can be around dogs. I can pet them. I can hug them. But as soon as they start licking, like getting saliva on my skin, I break out in hives. It's just
dear.
Awful.
Oh.
Absolutely awful.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it happens so fast. And I'm kind of just looking at my mom, who's a nurse, and I'm like, Mom, is this really how it happens? She's like, oh my gosh, it is. How is this happening to me now? Why? I love dogs and I love animals. It's not fair. Oh yeah, it's unfortunate.
Here, I've not heard of this, but I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it just seems to be getting worse as I get older. Not that I'm not going to stop hanging out with dogs. I'm just going to put up with it.
Now, let's see here. The Big Ben one wants to know if we've ever seen the Dr. Seuss movie, The 5,000 Fingers of Dr. T, which sounds more like a kung fu movie, if I'm being honest.
I've never heard of this.
Nor have I. I am curious and a little intimidated.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as guest Blissy, name your favorite episode.
Lesson 0.
Lesson 0, Season 2. So, and your favorite scene?
Well, I could pick a number of scenes, but it would have to be probably the freak out part where she goes, "Hi, girls!"
Alrighty, let's see here. Output 2, Rodecaster Pro, where are you? There you are. Okay. So.
Oh, I see it's a Wilsonator in the house.
The Wilsonator. Let's see here. Well, it's the saliva that contains the allergens, and it transfers to the fur when they lick themselves. Insightful, Will. And also, shout out to you supporting the writer's strike.
Yes.
Been seeing the pictures on the tweets, and I heartily agree. Without the writers, we wouldn't have many of the great classics, so they deserve full respect and compensation.
Absolutely.
The fact that there even has to be a strike, I will admit, I feel bad for The Daily Show in particular because Dulce Sloan got one night of being main host before the writer's strike kicked in. And she's quite hilarious. I find her, but then I find her better as a correspondent. I don't know about her being the host because she's good at sassing. She sass you back. Good Lord, that face alone. That face alone.
Hi, girls.
So maybe not exactly the lip flap I'm looking for, but let's use this as a starting point.
It's not a very normal one.
No, but you see, I'm about to make it even creepier for y'all. Because I'm going to take the speed, clip speed, and I'm going to slow it down to 40%. So we can study the lips in slow motion as they talk. No, if that don't sound creepy, I don't know what does. Clay Pigeon quoting TWK, this is not the face of someone with thinking G-rated thoughts.
finally see what I've been suspecting with my vector work in regards to lip syncing and what they're doing. It seems to be similar. They have more lip flaps going on, and primarily the teeth are constantly showing throughout the whole thing, with the exception of when she gets to the R for girls.
So yeah, so we're coming up high. So there's actually at least 3 mouth poses leading up to that. I'm going to be seeing this in my dreams now.
You're welcome.
What can we say except you're welcome for the nightmare twilight eyes? But I'm going to be super picky. This is...
Oh, the teeth are showing. Okay, that is interesting. That's selling the expression. I get why they're doing that. Normally they don't do that, but this is a specific expression to show that she has lost her mind.
Yes, but look at that eyelash and the eye and the white of her eyes. Oh, an animation error. 0 out of 10. Unsubscribing.
Oh no. Oh no! Yeah, that happens.
Oh, I wonder if, gosh darn it, everything wrong with. I get to see him at conventions every now and again. Tall drink of water. Let's see here. Everything wrong, lesson 0. Yeah, a little shy. Goodness gracious, my mind is blanking so much. But Little Shy, I wonder if that Little Shy caught this. But okay, so starting a new word. Now, funny enough, most of the time when I've heard the L, they recommend having the tongue pressing against the top of the mouth. Like
girls,
or
not all of them do.
All the tip of the teeth, but this one it's more emphasized grr, so it's sort of the gr cause your
girls. So it's making more of a O with the lip expression. I call it the O expression more than anything. Yeah, and yeah, not all animations that, especially for the 24 frames per second, they hardly use the mouth lip sync, which is surprising. I mean, some will when it's like they're like that, like they're emphasizing on it, but for the most part, if it's a fast-moving lip sync, then they're not going to rely on it as much, unless like the character's emphasizing on something that they'll use it. So I don't personally use it. I prefer to rely on the teeth, the open mouth, and obviously the blank or closed expression. So I just rely on the 4.
Well, I've also heard that it's best to work with syllables rather than sounds.
Yes.
So I'm counting 1, 2, 3. Yep, back down to teeth, but 1, 2. Okay, so 3 to get out, but only 2 to get back.
Yeah.
Intriguing. Uh-oh. Is there problems? Oh, Nathan, are you feeling having trouble?
What's up?
I'm not sure. But every now and again, I get to say hi to folks in the chat, and maybe someone's feeling a bit down. Also, let's see here. Khalid Hussein. Mattel blocking shows, which probably means it's hard to talk about He-Man right now. But Nathan, I don't know what you're expecting this stream. I hope it can be entertaining, but if you're having a hard day, it's okay to vent or at least say What's bothering you? Oh, Lightning Bliss is scaring you because of this scene? Well, hey, it's Twilight. We love our freaked out Twilight. The end of Twilinanas.
Hi, girls!
Now here, let's count this out. So from the teeth. Hi. 1, 2, 3, 4,
I'll take
5, 6, 7. Eight, and then we're back to the default. So some very unique facial expressions on just 2 words. Oh dear. Oh, Clay Pigeon, you and your fiance broke up, moving to Chicago. Oh, I'm sorry. But, well, there's hope for the future. Perhaps this is just a rough patch in the road. But believe me, this day and age, especially with the housing market being the way it is, a lot of people are having to move back with their parents. And I think we should be past the time where people are saying that's some sort of failing or lack of achievement on the person's part. There's a lot going on that we can't control.
The economy is bad, and a lot of things are not going the right way right now. I mean, hey, I live with not just my husband, but with 2 roommates, if it makes y'all feel any better. And I'm in my late 30s, so... I mean, I thought, maybe like 15 years ago, I thought I would have been in a house by now. But things don't always work out the way they do, and that doesn't make you a failure. It just means we just got to adjust and try to do our best. But don't put yourself down if you're not at where you think you should be.
That's right. My dad has this great saying, hope for the future.
Yeah.
And I still have that. I don't know what that shape that will take, but that's part of the fun. So, and this is just the wonderful expressiveness. Now, who was it? Champ to Stay wondered, why are you even trying to lip sync your vector? Because I'm a big believer in progress, in pushing the envelope, even if it remains stationary.
Improving the craft.
Yes. So, I am looking to, just see what I can do. And I was pleased with the results for the Adam West, Kevin Conroy tribute review, which thank you to everyone who's watched it. But that took me 7 months to put together. I'd like to be a little faster. Let's see here. Draymanor Naldaran wants to know, have we been to any heritage railways recently? I'm afraid I'm not as big into trains, so I don't know heritage railways.
I'm not big into trains, but I am big on haunted locations and ghost stories, and apparently there is a haunted train location outside of San Antonio I'm curious about. My grandfather on my dad's side told me about it. It's the story is obviously sad because it's ghosts, but essentially, I don't know. Are you okay with me going to the story without too much, like, if I give it like a warning that children were involved?
I will have everyone be aware. A spooky story is coming up.
So, as the story goes, many, many, many years ago, this unfortunate incident occurred out in San Antonio, Texas, where a school bus got stuck on a train tracks in a crossing. The busman tried to move the bus, but it was dead. It wasn't moving, and the train was coming. He attempted to get as many children off the train as he could. He only managed to save 4 before the train collided, and he himself was thrown from the bus. So only he and a handful of children survived. Unfortunately, the rest did not. Many children did lose their lives. Now, the ghost part comes in where the bus driver blamed himself for what happened, which is unfortunate. I mean, he did all he could. And he wanted to commit something I won't say on YouTube because then this video will be flagged. But he went back to the train tracks to do this thing that no one should do to themselves. And when he attempted, he noticed that handprints started forming on his vehicle. He wasn't sure how they were forming, they were just forming, and his vehicle was pushed off the tracks. And the man became enlightened and realized it was the souls of the lost children that were basically telling him, do not do that thing. Go home.
You know, I think I heard this story, and any car that parks on the tracks will be pushed.
Yes, or you'll see handprints form. And my grandfather told me that if you put flour on your car windshield, you'll see them form.
Well, honestly, as tragic as that is, I kind of take some hope that the kids just are looking out for other people. It's not anger, it's a desire to save that motivates them.
Yes, it is definitely a desire to save. These are not evil spirits. These are spirits that don't want you to suffer what they suffered. So, it's sad, but an interesting story. And, yeah, I'm curious to see this track and to see if I sense anything or even see anything or experience something. Mm-hmm. Not that I'd be stupid enough to park my vehicle on the tracks. Never do that, kids.
No, it's... BabsCon, a train would run through downtown Burlingame, and I would be impressed by the speed and the power. You can sense it. I can see why people are attracted to being train enthusiasts. But I made sure I was looking both ways before any train was coming.
Right.
Righto. All right, so we've had an initial study of Hi Girls, but this is a very unique mouth movement. I'd like to just scroll through and see if there's a... This is big on unique expressions for Twilight, as this is a rather watershed episode.
Yeah.
Fate in her hooves.
Okay.
There might be a better scene where... I mean, that's a good scene right there where she's talking.
Yeah.
The pony who holds my fate in her hooves.
There we go. Let's just leave it at fate, my fate in her hooves. And then we're going to slow that down and see if this sounds any... I doubt it'll be half as creepy as Hi Girls in slow-mo, but we're going to make this, let's say 30% speed.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's saying the pony who? You know what? Maybe I shouldn't slow it down just yet. Okay. Now here's the thing. She started with a P, but she's gone immediately to the O.
Oh, yeah. It's a... there are two O mouths in Hasbro's MLP lip syncing. There's two. There's the one that's a lot more defined, where you see the curve in the lip for po, and then ooh.
Ooh.
I just used the ooh myself personally.
Oh, there's the other O, sort of.
Yeah.
Who. Hold.
Oh, I thought so. Yep. Okay.
So there's...
I'm not just seeing things.
There's
something else I'm spotting.
Oh, what are you seeing?
When the mouth is open wide for other syllables, like and my, when the part where after the M and my
Sharona.
the mouth is a lot more wider.
Uh-huh.
So that's something I try to do as well, just to emphasize because it's exaggeration.
Mm-hmm.
And you just see it better when they're talking.
Okay, she's about to say my.
Oh, sorry. I'm watching it through the stream, so.
Oh, that does make it harder. Would you like me to share my screen with you?
I'm worried if you do, that might like the stream. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Okay, we will do our best. So right now I'm about to do the my. My. So they get right away from closed to really big open mouth.
Yeah.
To a. Okay, there's the. Okay, that's where Twilight just passed gas. I mean, sometimes when you go through this frame by frame, you can get some fantastic expressions. But
yeah.
Fate. Okay, you could kind of see the upper teeth coming down on the lower lip to do that fa sound. I have windscreens to usually keep that in check. There are... Also, I will give a shout out. First of all, 7 equals 1 heart. Good to see you. And Elizabeth Snowbell is correct that there is water at the bottom of the ocean. There's also a lot of pressure. Coming down on you. Coming down on me.
Oh, lordy.
Okay, so Fate. But I find it interesting that we cut between rather extreme. I was trying so hard to have like every little movement. I think the lesson I'm taking right off the bat is it's okay to go with extreme changes.
Yeah, that's why I watched your video today, and just wanted to offer like just in my opinion, and you don't have to listen to it, grain of salt. I noticed, like, first off, it was smooth. It was very smooth. I applaud you for that.
Oh, thank you.
The only issue is that it's not very noticeable at the same time.
So I should exaggerate?
I think you really should, especially on the opener mouth sequence, because you got the ooze down, you got the and you got the subtle mouth movements, like what Twilight was doing here. They have the big and the subtle lower mouth opening, but maybe have wider mouth openings when he's talking.
So really let people know, hi! Hi, girls. Actually, it's funny. Sweetie Bloom had a similar critique with the slightly frowny expressions. It didn't seem as lively as the happier. And perhaps I need to exaggerate there as well.
I think so, yeah. I also still stand by that it doesn't hurt for your character to have teeth, but again, that's your call.
Enderpup asks if I should use Gilda or Gabby scenes instead, as they have beaks. But my beaks is styled very differently than theirs. I think Gustave Legrand would actually be my contemporary.
Yeah, because the only other beak animation characters I know of are like Don Bluth's Rockadoodle.
I'm sorry, I can't sit through that again. I have only so much willpower, folks, and Rockadoodle is beyond my powers.
I somehow managed to sit through that, and I don't know why. Is it just because I'm a hardcore Don Bluth fan? That's probably it. It's
more that you're just hardcore, period, Bliss. Hardcore.
I watched it a couple of times, actually.
It's mostly the kid. The little kid.
The kid.
I'm sorry, the kid, he's doing his best. He's just a kid. Shouldn't be mad, but when they I feel like they're trying for that adorable speech impediment thing. Chanticleer! And I'm like, oh, child. I should not mock the young, but I'm gonna.
Okay.
Well,
the kid was given direction, and maybe he was just too young for the role, but I don't know. Kid actors. I don't envy them.
On Enderpuff, I definitely can't rely on the hippogriffs. I'm modeled completely different from them. I'm OG.
He really is, guys. Like, I am literally creating something for him in exchange for the twink. the twink balls. And I kind of have to customize him quite a bit, even though he's a hippogriff. I am studying the hippogriff. La 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 la.
Although,
yeah.
we're definitely going to have to come up with a better marketing term than the twink balls.
The twink hacky sacks. There you go.
Okay, yeah, you got make sure you emphasize the hacky, because the twink sacks are even worse.
Dang it! Oh no! I'm not gonna walk away from that one.
Oh, none of us are. We're scarred for life. First high girls, and now we're talking about twink bits. Okay, let's see here. So, fate. Okay, eight. Okay, 8 is kind of where her teeth are, but it's actually just a little bit before the T. And I've been told that it's often good to be like a frame or two ahead of the sound, just because our eyes and ears aren't working at the same speed.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes it bloody confusing. But, also everyone, I would like to lip sync the main 6 whenever at some point, so this is not wasted. In fact, I'm going to be exporting these frames to duplicate the mouth movements. Muzzle movements, I should say.
Yeah.
A, T, and okay, they just close the mouth for the T rather than have a little gap. It's hard for me because my character was designed to not really have too many teeth. But there you have it. I don't know how a beak could otherwise say teeth without the T.
I'm gonna look that up to see I'm not crazy. Rock-a-doodle.
Oh, we could all be crazy. You might be right. I may be crazy.
I'm just saying what Don Bluth did. I'm just saying.
Oh, hello, Retro Gamer Kevin. Good to see you here. Battlecross wonders, why did she stick her chin up? Because Twilight's usually a chin up kind of pony. What I find funny is that it looks like the curve of her body and the curve of her mouth don't entirely sync up. So there's this extra little rise of purple right there. Fate. Now she's opening her mouth just to start the in. So the teeth together, then wide.
Oh, he does have teeth. Ah!
Gasp. Rockadoodle?
Yes, he does.
All right, let's see here. Rockadoodle teeth.
I'm watching a scene where, like, I guess he's getting beat up by the owl, and he grits his teeth. Oh, wow, and when he's talking, okay, I am not crazy.
Oh, Lord help me, and his beak is kind of similar to mine. I may have to...
Oh, I am so sorry.
Good Lord, this may be my fate.
Oh, no!
I shall watch it on mute. Also, I remember the dancing chick lady. I don't want to be a furry, but come on.
Oh no! I'm a furry!
Oh no, I'm a furry! She giving me all kinds of thoughts.
No, I did not do that on purpose, Battlecross, I swear. I was literally studying up because I had a feeling Don Bluth did do that with beaked characters, and I was correct.
Lord help me. Well, you realize that we may have to come back and do a Rockadoodle read-along.
Foghorn Leghorn?
Foghorn. Oh, I do declare, son. Given that he says boy a lot, I'm not sure I want to expose him to the public. But no, that's also true. Foghorn, interesting. But I mean, folks, if it's a choice between a Looney Tunes and a Don Bluth animation, I will usually go the Don Bluth route. Because a master.
He's the original. He's the OG. He's the one that said no to Disney.
Not many. And no one says no to the mouse. I will rule you all one day. Someday I'll make.
Because they might.
One day I'll make Twilight a Disney princess.
No!
Whoa. Oh, that got a reaction.
That voice crack. I had to drink some water after that.
That's like me trying to scream about the Rainbow Road. Whoa.
Oh, Lordy.
So let's see here. Fate in her hooves. And then she's opening her mouth to say what?
What if she doesn't forgive me?
In this series? Twilight, that was never a genuine hope. Oh, what a curious angle for her mane. Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that to catch up so I see what you're saying.
Let's see here. I'm just gonna export these frames. Oh, and I get that again.
Oh.
Give it a sec. You'll catch up shortly. Yeah, there you go. Lip flap, and let's take this to. When I do my vectors, I have a little image files folder. Lip flap, Twilight. Twilight, little hyphen. Save. Source into out, which is all this stuff. I don't know if we need. I haven't yet experienced a need for Freaky Twilight. But you know what? I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it because we will need Freaky Twilight in the future. I have no doubt.
Freaky Silver-Quill. I'd like to see that.
Oh, can we also see a Freaky Lightning Bliss?
When have you not?
This is true. Oh, but what I would give to say, "Hi, Jasper!" And Jasper's like, "I'm very scared."
Well, I mean, this could be a thing for a future Magic Lexus script if you're interested.
Ooh, that'd be good. I like that.
Yeah.
How to do magical freakouts.
Magical freakouts. I'd be curious to see what could Silver-Quill teach Bliss, and would Bliss go to him directly, or would he directly go to Bliss? That would be interesting. Kind of sets the mood.
I can see the list now. How to blame a magical mishap on someone else.
No!
Hi, Jasper!
Oh, no.
Oh, but I think people are liking it. I think they're thinking it.
Ooh. Oh, goodness. All right. But yeah. I mean, so far, though, when it comes to your lip syncing, it's there and it's smooth and I can see it clearly. Just the only tip that I'd say is maybe a more exaggerated open mouth movement, and I think there was a moment in time where I felt like the mouth was ahead of the sound, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so maybe a little too far ahead.
Yeah, just a skoosh.
But there were also parts where I had the beak moving so fast, trying to get every sound. You ever see those TF2 in Source Filmmaker where they intentionally speed it up so you're like...
Yeah.
There were moments where I was like that. And I think I want to avoid that. But also, if I don't have to have as many lip movements, then I can hopefully be faster than 7 months. Granted, it was an active 7 months.
Yeah, you were active, and you made a really good video, because, again, I teared up at it a bit.
I hope to achieve similar with celebrating Jason David Frank.
Yeah, respect.
Respect indeed. Now, but back to Twilight or Lesson Zero, what about where Rarity calls Twilight a drama queen?
She called Twilight a drama queen? Did she? I need to rewatch this episode again.
Oh, and there's more. Oh, there's more of the freaky face. You know what? I'm going to just export this because, as a general, what the hell? WTF, Twilight.
I'll be tardy. No, there's the reason why I love this episode so much. I relate to everything she says in these freakouts.
I know the same. I, too, can relate. That feeling of failure, even though you haven't really failed anything.
I am going to fail, and there are going to be dire consequences when this happens that none of you can understand or fathom. Please help me. Now, settle down there, Lightning Bliss. You're fine. No, I'm not fine. It's not fine. It's not. I get it.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling. Just you care about a project and not everyone understands why, but you wish they could.
I could go into details as to why on my end, but then we would be really off topic here. So,
yeah. Although I will say a hello to Ven Pie, who's joined us, and thank you, Parker Boots, for complimenting the Beware the Grey Ghost video. I appreciate. But let's see here. I also want to point out Rarity, her chaise lounge, is at a different perspective than the picnic blanket. It's almost like she's on a hill.
Whoa. Shouldn't it be tilted back a bit? Like the back seat of the chair should be... Shouldn't we be able to see the top of the cushion a little bit?
We should. Or we should be seeing Rarity's like sliding off that thing.
Yeah.
I find this kind of funny.
I never noticed this until it's pointed out. It's so weird.
Well, the funny thing is, like, this is Flash animation, and somehow it's so lively and vibrant, I don't care about little animation or perspective boo-boos. But things like Applejack and her standing on these squares. The perspective, Twilight's perspective is good. Applejack's is a little off-kilter. Rainbow is good. I think Pinky and Fluttershy are good. But Applejack and Rarity, who I ship, are on a different plane. 'Cause they're secretly in love. I know what the final episode hints at, but, well, I have my ship.
I don't know. I kind of like the Twilight Rainbow Dash ship. I don't know why.
Opposites attract?
Yeah, maybe.
They have good chemistry?
Introvert or the extrovert? Yeah, I guess it is opposites.
Now, let's see here. Okay, everybody is saying goodbye.
I've never seen Twilight so upset before. Oh, what a drama queen.
She does say that. I'm tempted to call her a really bad B word. Tempted, but I'll behave.
You're going to call her a Bostonian? Oh, Bubba Brick, I appreciate you like Apple Dash, but okay, I want to run this idea by everybody. A friend of mine, Cruelica, was talking about the death of the tomboy. That these days, though there are women out there who have a more masculine personality but are still heterosexual, and that depiction is giving way to, well, Rainbow Dash, the tomboy, rainbow-haired character being his as a lesbian. And my thing is, of all the ponies, I really didn't want Rainbow to be that because it's giving into a stereotype.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's positive representation, which I don't object to at all. But it is also following a stereotype, and that I'm a little bit more concerned.
I can see that, yeah. I try not to think too much on it though, but I could see that being a thing too, yeah. I mean, And again, look at my character, Lightning Bliss. I do have rainbows in my main too, but I am very much I am the straightest rainbow you ever did see.
Picademos, I don't think the LGBT flag came from Rainbow. I'm pretty sure that would... Okay, actually, from what I understand, LGBTQ is represented by purple. The rainbow is rather to accept everyone, to include everyone. It's a symbol of unity, not a declaration of one group.
That's what I thought it was. I thought the rainbow represented unity. Like, everybody of all shapes, colors, sizes, perspectives, religions, cultures.
But unfortunately, people have started thinking that rainbows are only meant to represent one group, and that's, well, misinformation.
Yeah.
So, but let's see here.
A drama queen. Relatively speaking.
And she does this little bite at the end. That's a weird smile. But let's put that in real quick. Okay, so, oh boy, this is going to be a little hard because, one, the screen is moving, or the shot is moving. Okay. Stop that. Okay, so, duh. It's actually a little different than the lip shape I'd make for drama. Duh is more pulling the lips back, not forward. Although maybe Rarity is more of a the kissy face. Okay, so draw. Little bigger at the apex of the A. But what do we do for the M?
Drama.
Okay, so the accents on the first A. Drama.
There's the M.
Ma.
And then the mouth closes and then immediately opens back up. Ma. I do that too. Yeah.
Me too.
Because, yeah.
Queen. Okay, so...
It's the ooze again. Queen. Queen.
They're not afraid to cut to a more wide mouth.
Yeah.
And they even open their mouth for the gasp. And now for all the Rarity fans, a super close-up. See, the whole reason I like Rarity and Applejack is because of their opposites attract nature. Oh, there it is. There's the L on the top of the mouth, but only in the front. V.
Is she emphasizing a little bit there, or is it just because we're so close up? Maybe that's it.
Relatively speaking.
Rella. Yeah, it's the emphasis on Rella because it's Rarity.
La. So a big part of this is going to be listening to what I emphasize with my words.
Yeah, it's a question of, do you want emphasis on your words and the sounding of the words and syllables, or are you speaking fast that it doesn't need to be focused on?
Let's see, just checking the chat real quick. Let's see here. All right, so let's file export. We'll call this lip flap Rarity.
Flippity flap flap.
Flippity flap, Rarity underscore, and this time it will be into out because somehow I can't escape this face.
It will be in your dreams.
Oh, wait,
look at it. Look at it.
Wait, oh, here it is. Here it is. This is where she's looking right at the audience. Yeah. That's right.
Hi, audience.
Hi, audience. I can see into your soul. The Twilight. No one move. Twilight sparkles are attracted to movement and books.
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 Books, books, books.
Books, 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 books.
Okay. So there's. Okay, I think that's a good bit, but let's see what we can play with now. I'll save this as we come back to it. And I'll come back to you, Twink. Promise.
Nom nom.
Let's see here. Toon Boom. Toon. Harmony?
Boom. Up tune.
There we are. Harmony 22. With this very determined young woman who I have no idea who this is. Let's see here. Now let's go with Test Flap. Ooh, wait, no. I could have done better with that. Let's close this. File, open, reset. Ah, curses. I did that.
My back.
I do that. I'm sorry, your back hurts or you'll be back?
Nah, my back.
Ah.
Stretching, and I feel every part of my spine cracking as I do. Ah.
There we go. Let's open the Silver-Quill rig because... Grimwolf, thank you. I appreciate this. The congratulations. I fear I have not gotten to touch this very much since Minty and I talked about it, but more to the point, where's my... see, this is me getting back into the groove.
Yeah.
Alright, so... What? Okay, so that's line layer. Oh, see, honey, nothing? What am I not seeing then?
Where are we? Where is this? I am scared.
Oh, wait, maybe it's because I clicked on something that wasn't there? Tail, neck, wing. See, this is the thing, folks. When you're with a new tool, you're less certain of it. Felt bad for my family. Let's switch to... There we are. I felt bad for my parents who, in this age where touch screens and... I don't know if you've been to a restaurant and they bring the card reader to you rather than you go and get a paper bill and whatnot. They're not used to that, and it become very self-conscious. And the new technology makes them feel embarrassed, even though they're very intelligent people. They have nothing to fear. So I feel bad.
Yeah, I could see how that's... I mean, I'm still using an old Adobe After Effects software and even Adobe Flash still. So, and I have no intention of getting rid of it until, I guess, Windows 11 comes out and Windows 10 eventually becomes obsolete. But, yeah, I'm worried that when I'm forced to go to 11 that my old software is not going to work very well anymore.
The advance of time is not always kind.
Yeah.
Now let's see here.
Oh, you do have a bigger mouth. Okay.
Oh, I've got the biggest mouth out there. Boy, I tell you what.
I'm talking from a technical aspect. I'm not trying to be mean.
Oh, be mean, because it's the truth.
I don't like being mean. It's not nice.
But the truth, it can be harsh. Oh, there we go. There's more of a ladder there. The odd thing is that no matter what I do, I can't always get these things in the sequence I want. See, the way it is, really, I should be seeing this in the reverse order. Can I move this? Can I move this here? No? No? I have to do something really weird to do that? Oh.
He hasn't even saved yet. I don't think he's changed anything yet. So hold on.
Yeah.
Relax, guys.
No saving as of yet. Zutalor. All they want to do is move a frame over. Is that so wrong?
Yeah, I could see that, like, with some of these mouth movements, they're just too close together. When they're open, or the needs to be exaggerated a bit more. Oh, open wide!
Open wide!
We want to see those pretty teeth. We want to see the orange tongue. I don't... I can see how that can be taken out of context.
Oh la la. Oh la la. Sassoon. Oh, there we are. Now I'm starting to see things. So, like, what was this? The color palette thing? No, line art? There you are. See, just drag that back a little. Don't get that past the beak. Now I have to click on this, and we take this, and we move it back a little. But, well, the goal is... This doesn't seem quite right. I seem to recall when I did the Gray Ghost, I had a different mouth set. Let's take a quick save here. And let's bring up the Gray Ghost for Two Room Harmony. Harmony. I keep forgetting. Yes, again, hello, heavily determined person, I don't know. Shocker27, what's going on? That is an excellent question, which I cannot provide a satisfying answer. But here we go. This was the lip flap of the Gray Ghost. Oh my god, look at how much more white space is behind my beak. Oh my god.
Let me see. You will see what the chat sees.
Yes. Let's see here. But I should be seeing my library. I should be seeing... Such treachery. See, if I pull this up, I can get the drawing substitutions. I can make it go... Oh, ah, oh, ah. But that is not what I need. I require... an entry into the template. Why will you not let me insert keyframe, go to motion, exposure, create cyclomorphing, drawing, symbols, rename, delete, merge. No. Why do you tease me so? See, there's like 50 different ways to get from one to the other. And sometimes, maybe it's good to sometimes just flail about for a minute, let everyone see it's not always an easy process. We do the best we can. But truly, I should be able to... Okay. Yes, these are definitely different than my previous, what's on the rig right now. I should be making, can I make a symbol of this? Symbols, nope, drawings, library. Can I add this to the library? New folder.
Can you?
Can I? Actually, wait.
Can you?
I don't know. Because I just remembered as a security thing, like, you're not supposed to be able to edit the library until you open it up. So many things, so many rules. View, list, thumbnails. Yeah, that solved it. But the library, I'm in the library. Enable, disable. Oh yes, this was the thing. I had to dual export. So the lip, the jawline, and the beak as you see them, and then only the white space behind them to fill it in on when I imported it into After Effects. So frustrating. Aha. What have I done? I don't know what I've done.
What have you done?
Oh, somebody help me. Okay, this is pointless. Let's delete that. New symbol, copy, paste, edit symbol. This achieves nothing. Nothing, I say. How strange. And it's only captured my beat. Well, that's even more frustrating. I tells y'all, you try and work with this, but it just don't wanna.
You don't wanna.
I've never bought over.
So, I am left with a very difficult situation. This should be in the library. But it's not. And I don't know why. It's all cut drawing object, delete, deselect, select strokes, current color, switch to color art, yada yada yada. Duplicate drawings, convert? No. Group? Nah. New folder, refresh, view list, view details, open library. Ah. You know, I may need to... Minty Root is more familiar with this than I am. But, well, I'm not going to have a sudden guest switch. But let's talk about what we were previously doing. So, here's this. Mouth kind of open for an S. But there's... Maybe I should be making more of that whenever I hit the top enunciation. Ah! Ee-ho-ah. Let's see here. Just seeing how everybody's doing in the chat. But I feel a bit confounded. I'm navigating technology with which I'm not terribly familiar. Although, let's just do a quick Google search. Toon Boom, or at Harmony 22, drawing substitutions into library.
Oh dear.
How do you add a drawing substitution? You know what? It's boring, because it's mostly me flailing about. But now I know this is where my most recent attempts with a mouth. But it's not in the library. Ain't that a kick in the teeth?
That is.
Actually, you know what? Chicken butt.
Ha.
Sorry.
Should have saw that coming.
Don't save. Because we're going to try a little something. I don't want to mess up this file. So we're back to the rig. And we're going to go to the beak. We're going to edit this symbol, which will open things up. Now the question before me... Are these two... Will this open a separate Harmony? No. Vexing. You wouldn't like me when I'm vexed? Alright, let's take the drawing. Let's take all that. Whoop. I said all that. And we'll copy. We'll go back to the rig. Don't save.
Don't save.
And then we'll edit this symbol. And for silver being or I will delete all this. I said I will delete all this. Good Lord, even the delete button doesn't work the way I command it. Backspace? There we are. And I will paste this. This was the wrong one. I should be in this one. All, delete, paste. Did anything change? A little bit changed. Just a little bit. Yep, this is how I'm going to have to do it. I'm just going to have to swap what I've used in the Grey Ghost into the library. How very slow. And yet, it is what one must do. So you know what? That will be terribly boring for everyone.
That's fair.
Terribly boring. So I'm going to save my great contribution, and we're going to answer some Q&A while I draw pony mouths.
Yeah.
They could say they're mouthing off.
I did see quite a few people asking me about like my latest video, but I didn't want to say anything because this is the Silver-Quill stream, not the Lightning Bliss stream.
Oh, but
I'm just a guest.
Well, you're more than just a guest. You're a creative. We want to hear, so please answer their questions. If you wish. If you wish.
When is part 2 of Missing Colors coming out? I remember that one specifically being repeated. Yes. Okay. The hope is July, mid-July. That's the hope. We'll see.
And hope springs eternal.
Yeah. It all really does depend on my very talented and very hardworking, very stressed out. I'm so sorry, Will Snyder, because he's the audio editor for me for the Magic Lesson series, and technically this is part of the Magic Lesson series. So, yeah, it takes time. These things take time. Please don't rush us.
It takes a little time sometime.
Yeah.
Actually, I realize that's not an appropriate song to sing right now.
That's fair.
But apologies, but, well, sometimes I can't help it.
Nah, you're good.
My brain has this association thing going, and sometimes it gets me in trouble.
Nah. I didn't catch wind of any issue.
Well, I'm sadly thinking of the poor souls on that Titanic tour in a submersible. They've unfortunately been declared lost.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that, yeah. Yeah.
So, I wish it weren't so, but
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. So, but...
Yeah.
And
Questions.
Let's pick up the mood.
Yeah, sorry. If y'all got a question for Silver-Quill, at Silver-Quill so he could see it.
Yes, ask me. Come at me, brah.
Come at him. He could take it. He's made out of rubber, I'm sure of it.
I'm rubber, you're glue, but if you put me near fire, I'll definitely melt.
Oh no.
Let's see here. Draymond or Neldran, why do fans like making cutesy shows and giving them a darker edge? Like Fallout Equestria.
That is a good question. Why do we?
Well, I have a theory, at least. I think we want to know how these cutesy characters would confront when things aren't going as smoothly as they should be. I think they want to know what happens when friendship isn't fixing everything magically. And you got to dig deep.
Yeah. I personally, I like seeking them out, simply because, again, sorry to bring Don Bluth back into this, but he wasn't afraid to challenge children's minds on what the world can be like, because the world is not all sunshine and rainbows. The world can be a harsh and cruel and sometimes unfair place. But how we get through it is what matters, and who we get through it with. And challenging children to scary events like the T-Rex, the scary giant monster, or losing someone, it's hard, it's intense, it may not be for everybody, but I grew up with it, and I long for that in more children's shows these days because I think they've gotten a little too soft. But that's just my opinion.
Well, it's a fair one, and I just have a theory, a pony theory. But I think there is also just a juxtaposition between the cute and, I really don't like to call it the real world. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I know a little bit more about the Warhammer 40K universe than I did a couple years ago. This is the series that coined the phrase grimdark. Well, they called it the grim darkness of the future, but that's where grimdark came from. It is a world just as artificial in its terribleness as My Little Pony is in its cutesy, happiness. The difference being we're far more ready to accept a world that is unkind than we are one that defaults towards justice. And so, but I notice Warhammer, it really is, even the gods are pretty messed up in this. Well, that's because you've created a universe that's meant to be that way. In that way, it is still sort of artificial. Plus, for me, the Golden Throne is like the best toilet in the world, but for them... Let's see. Cancel, because that's not... And yes, at some point in stories, I will need the freaked out Twilight face with the smiles and the fear. So why not get a head start?
Yeah.
Get a head start on... and plus, if anyone ever needs a drawing of their character having a really bad day, well, wouldn't you like to be modeled after Twilight? Whoops.
No, I do not mean that shows are too neutered. That's inappropriate in my opinion. No, I just think some children's shows are a little too soft. Just a little.
Have you ever...
I mean, I still dream of I kind of dream of an MLP series that goes back to the fantasy and the adventure aspect of it, and we go into a series of where the characters go into a more challenging story arcs, kind of like what The Last Avatar did.
The Last Avatar. That, even though I've not seen the whole series, I can appreciate that was a huge step forward for American-era storytelling.
Yes, I really love what they did with the stories and the characters. Like, these were characters that they're going through a very difficult phase in their time because their entire world is in the middle of a really bad war right now. And everybody has suffered one way or another from this war. But these are still kids. The main protagonists are still kids. And we can still relate to them. And they still have moments of just being kids, having fun, having a laugh, joking around. But then they come across like the enemy line where they have to fight for their lives or they have to escape, and they get into some really scary situations. But we can still look at Batman the Animated Series, for crying out loud. That was for kids. I argue that Avatar is a lot more friendlier than the Batman animated series. Good grief.
Oh yeah. Especially when we got to Batman Return of the Joker and you find out what the Joker did.
Or the messed up episode with the little girl who's like stuck as a little girl, but she's really a woman.
Oh yes, Baby Doll.
Yeah, baby. Oh, that one made me so sad. Ugh.
Breaking the heart.
Or if you really want to get nitty and gritty, but it was still for kids, X-Men.
Oh,
it was like my favorite show with me and my sisters growing up. Yeah, we watched the X-Men.
Now they're supposed to be doing a continuation of that.
Really? Are they rebooting it again? Because they've done that before.
Thankfully no. I think this is like they're calling it what, X-Men 94? Is that when it came out?
Really? Okay.
I was in middle school when it was coming out. So, but they are gonna. It's gonna, from what I understand, it'll focus on Cyclops and Storm, leading the X-Men after Xavier. Well, he left at the end of the series. But what? I'm sure people will chime in on this.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I haven't kept up with it since. I just know that when I used to watch the original series, I remember me and my sisters, we'd fight over who gets to be Rogue, because we would play pretend on what X-Men are you, and we're gonna pretend we're the X-Men. And me and my sisters, we always fought over who gets to be Rogue, because she was our favorite character.
Because of that fine southern drawl?
The fine southern draw, the fiery red hair, the fact she could fly, she was super strong, didn't take no lip from anybody. But every time I said I get to be Rogue, I called her first. My other sisters would say, no, you don't get to be Rogue. If anything, you're Jubilee because you're the youngest. And I'm like, that Jubilee sucks.
Yeah, nobody wanted to be Jubilee. She was the one who always got captured.
It's just like, okay, fine, to be Jean Grey. And I'm like, Jean Grey is a leader. She's for the older sibling, if anything. I don't want to be Jean. And it's like, fine, be Storm. And I'm like, fine.
I'll control the weather, but talk like I'm a Middle Earth LARPer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Storm, mistress of the elements, commands you to release that child.
It didn't occur to me that, hey, if you're Jean Grey, that means you get to hang out with Wolverine, because, ew, boys have cooties.
Of course, there's also you're part of a love triangle. Are you sure you want that responsibility?
Yeah, no.
Actually, I guess no matter what Jean wins, she gets to be with Scott, the leader of the X-Men, or Wolverine, who's Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's one... As you see, everyone, I have a section for Twilight Mouths.
Hi, girls.
Hi, girls. It's now a part of it. So I'm just going to copy that, but then I'll leave a copy up there because I'm going to be modifying that. I keep everything gray because it's easier to select that color and change it than have to change like a Rainbow Dash coloring into something else. Let's see here. Grimwolf wondering, what do we think of the new G5 and the future of Make Your Mark? Well, if the news that's come out in recent weeks is any hint, Make Your Mark may not be as much a focus as Tell Your Tale.
Yeah, that's what I heard on Doc's video anyway. Apparently they're changing direction because Tell Your Tale isn't doing so well. I don't know.
Oh, well, honestly, I feel like what this is really saying is Netflix is not so great a partner.
Yeah.
Tell Your Tale, the more 2D, cartoony, really...
Oh, sorry, yeah, I mixed them up. Yeah.
That one's getting better coverage because it's available on YouTube. It's had a steady first weekly and then bi-weekly release date. And so everyone's responding really well. Make Your Mark has had, 6 to 7 months separation between them. And let's see, I don't think that's drastic enough to warrant its own drawing. What else? Basically, it's much easier to watch Tell Your Tale, and with that ease of viewing comes fans responding more positively towards it. Ergo, they're focusing their efforts where they think the fans will respond with the most positivity.
Which is unfortunate because, well, it's not unfortunate. It's like, I'm glad they're giving the 2D aspect more attention, but why can't they just move the 3D series to YouTube then?
A fair question for which I have no answer. Probably because Netflix locked them into a contract.
Hasbro, you're bigger than Netflix. Get out of the contract.
Look to the mouse. They managed to beat the U.S. government. Or at least the Florida government. by relying on the British royalty of all things.
Hey, Chihuahua.
So, actually, I wonder if legal classes are studying this confrontation between Florida and the mouse. But I'm off topic.
Yeah.
So, make your mark. I hope that they'll still do some things, but it doesn't sound like it's going to be as big a focus as we initially thought.
Again, unfortunate because I was starting to see some improvement.
Yes, I thought even Sparky was more likable in these more recents.
He was tolerable this time because they toned down the noises he was making, which were really driving me nuts.
And he hugged Pip when she was feeling sick. Now,
yeah.
I mean, up until this most recent point, I felt that Sparky only hugged things that he wanted. This is him showing care for another. And I was like, yes, more of that, please. More, please.
Please.
Of the nice Sparky who's not killing everyone else's joy.
There was also, like, that one episode where where Pip was feeling sick. There was a moment in time where it's like, oh no, I'm relating to Pip. Oh no, I'm relating to Pip. No!
No!
They didn't hanker on this issue too much. They kind of tapped it here and there, but basically Zip was telling her sister Pip you need to be resting, not working. And I'm just like, not a word. Not a word. Not a word. But Pip's like, I can't. I've been laying down this whole time and I'm sick of it. And I'm like, preach!
Preach, sister.
I got you, Pip. I got you. I know where you're coming from, fam. I got you, girl.
So, she may not be your favorite, but in that moment, Pip was your spirit animal.
I don't hate her. Like, I don't dislike her too much. I just sometimes I think they really need to tone back the whole streaming and being obsessively on your phone all the time. Speaking of.
That was magnificently timed.
It was. I ordered food on my phone.
Oh, yes. Thoughts turn to dinner as we near the top of the hour.
It's like, okay, look, yes, phones are a part of our modern day normal society these days. I get it. It's here. It's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. But I don't want it shoved in my face in my cartoons too, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm being silly.
No. Actually, that reminds me of one of the Equestria Girls shorts where Sunset, Rainbow, and Twilight are like doing some sort of search for treasure. Mm-hmm. It opens with this beautiful panoramic view of the beach, and Sunset is on her phone. And it just sort of hit me how much phones were now so integrated. They're the motivators in our cartoons. They're part of, and they're just there by default. I felt very old in that moment.
Same.
Actually, what I describe it, I compare it to an episode of Gargoyles.
Yeah.
Where the British gargoyle Griff has been transported from World War II era into the 1990s. First thing he sees is a guy in punk so fixated on a Game Boy, he doesn't even notice he's walking past a pair of gargoyles.
Yeah.
And Griff is so overwhelmed he nearly faints into oncoming traffic. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
Culture shock.
I've been able to relatively migrate into things, all things considered, but I've had moments where, like, I get that my fans want to see the vlogs that I create at conventions, but honestly, if I can be completely honest with everybody without being judged, I really don't like vlogging.
No judgment here.
I really don't, because I like to be in the moment. I want to talk to my friends. I want to talk to the fans. I don't want to... A part of me is telling myself, like, as an excuse to do it because you're making memories for yourself too. I'm like, okay, fair, but I could just take a picture and be fine. But still, I don't know. There's just something about it where I feel detached when I'm vlogging, and it doesn't feel right.
I get you. I mean, folks like AC Race Best, they seem to thrive on the blog. It's part of their performance. But the funny thing is that if it's not a panel or doing a blog, I can never find them at the convention.
Mm-hmm.
They are, well, I think they're often out and about, exploring the city.
Sounds about right. I don't blame them.
Oh, nor do I. I have the philosophy I was chosen as a community guest to be at this convention, so I will be at this convention. But it is fun to explore the city, too.
Yeah.
Depending on the city. I mean, I'm sorry, Ponyville Cider Fest, but Milwaukee, unfortunately, the most interesting stuff is not near the hotel. I think it's further out. But that said, I still go to Cider Fest because it's fun.
Yes.
I just don't hang around the city very much.
Which is fair.
Although, it was MLP-MSPF where I got to try poutine for the first time. Poutine me.
I think I tried that for the first time during... Yeah, it was Cider Fest. My first Cider Fest.
There we go. I mean, I can never speak ill of a city that provides poutine.
Yeah.
My heart might have other opinions, like, oh my God, why? But not I. Not I tell you. Although, one year, which one was this? I think it was 2019. It was before things went kerflooey. Or was it after? I can't quite recall. Either which way. There was the immersive Van Gogh exhibit, and it was at the Arts Center, literally right next to the new hotel for Cider Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got to go in and just enjoy it by myself after the convention, a little bit of sort of a creative break, recharge the introvert batteries. And if you can go to if you have the immersive Van Gogh or the immersive Monet exhibits near you, I highly encourage you to go check them out. They are a treat.
Wait, you say Monet?
Yes.
I'm so jealous. Oh, I love Monet.
Well, there's an immersive Monet exhibit touring the country right now.
Ah, okay.
I recommend you check and see.
Yes, I love Monet and I love Leonardo da Vinci. They're some of my top favorites.
See, I don't know if there's not an immersive Da Vinci yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they add a few more. So let's see here. I've been drawing Twilight's ears because they've been fascinating shapes. I'll put that under... Well, I don't really have a Twilight ears section. I'll include it with the mouth. But I need more of the hi, girls. Remember, everyone, dreaming Twilight can't hurt you. She's not real.
I can.
That's true. I do not have a Lightning Bliss defense in mind just yet. All I know is I'm very scared.
As you should.
Let's see. Woo. Here, let's group this.
Oh, be afraid. Be very afraid.
Very afraid. Evil Blissy. Let's see here. Trying to good on you for holding back the spoilers.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either. I'd be very upset if you went to spoiled territory.
Let's see here. Oh, welcome, John Owlgem. Let's see. There was a question earlier.
Yes.
Let's see here. Parker Boots wants to know, trying to finish up a ref sheet for your OC Bright Wings. What's the best way to group your character's colors? Well, let's see. Mostly, I think, if you want to... One, depending on what you're using, you can go to your swatches and open swatch library or create a new color group from your selection.
Yeah, I will be right back.
From the selected artwork. Alrighty. That way you can have it all in your palettes, but you can also just make a bunch of little squares and color them based on the drawing as part of the reference sheet. I hope that answers the question. Let's see here. Magical Dude. Apologies, didn't see this earlier, but a happy birthday to Darth Revan. I'm glad you're starting a fresh trip around the sun. Though may it be a smoother trip than the previous Darth Revan. Let's see here.
I am back.
Welcome back. We received a request for a birthday shout out to one Darth Revan.
Happy birthday.
Yee.
You have leveled up.
You have leveled up, starting the fresh trip, and, well, like I say, a better outcome than the previous Darth Revan.
Ooh, that's an interesting question. Evangeline, I hope I said your name right. Do you think Make Your Mark would have been better received if it was streaming on Disney Plus? Whether or not I think it would do well on Disney Plus is beside the fact, because Disney, that would imply Disney owns Hasbro.
One day, haha!
I'm not sure if we want that or not.
The monopoly on entertainment would be troublesome.
Yeah. I wish there were a better streaming service for MLP, like maybe Hulu, or aside from YouTube, what else would be a good streaming service other than Netflix?
Hulu, geez, Paramount Pictures? I don't know.
But again, doesn't that imply they would own Hasbro? Unless they just made a contract? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure myself. My frustration being, well, I'm not a big fan of how many streaming services are out there now. Like, you have to manage several accounts just to watch 3 shows.
Yeah, pick your poison.
Yeah. But Netflix it drew things out too much. We needed a better turnaround for blocks of episodes. Or, and I think this would have been the smarter way to go, just do a weekly episode. Give everyone that rhythm. Say this episode will go live at noon Eastern Standard Time, and check back for the uploads. Then you go. We get a little bit of that rhythm energy back, and not everyone is marathoning, or what is it, binging the entire chapter in one afternoon.
Yeah, because that's the one thing I missed about watching the show from cable, because then I could take my time to review it. I don't have time for reviews anymore because... Yeah, well, mainly I don't have time for reviews anymore because I have my own series now that I tend to focus on. That doesn't mean I won't stop. That doesn't mean I've stopped doing reviews. I just don't have time for them right now. I do hope to pick that up again. I mean, I still have a review planned in the works. It's just, it's on hold right now.
I get you.
But yeah, sorry. Off topic.
No. It's good to know that you got things coming down the pipe.
Yeah, but I was going to say, just to contribute to the question, I mean, there's also YouTube TV. What's wrong with that? I would say Hasbro. What's wrong with YouTube TV?
We get claimed on our own shows.
Yeah.
I could actually see that happening. Our robots, which are infallible, have discovered that your show uses too much footage from My Little Pony. That's because our show is My Little Pony. Ah, you admit it.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, girls.
Streaming servers count. Okay, that's not a question. My bad. Eh.
But people are saying binging is what streaming services are for?
Well, I mean, I guess you. I mean, fair if that's what people want to do. That's more of a choice.
Yes, it is a choice, but let's be honest. If there's just when all the episodes are readily available, I don't know many people who partition them off like that.
Yeah.
And even if they did, it's hard for the community to get on the same page. It's not easy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think it's about less commercial ad revenue either. YouTube gets a lot of commercial revenue. It all depends on the views. And I would think Hasbro gets millions of views on an episode on YouTube, so I don't see an issue there.
Yeah. I'm not sure either. But
we'd have to ask Hasbro. I heard the sticker.
Well, just thinking if I could actually ask Hasbro, if Hasbro was a real person. Let's get
ask the CEO of Hasbro, I guess. I don't know.
That would be fun.
That would be interesting.
Excuse me, Mr. CEO of Hasbro, can you answer some questions? How did you get in my office? I'll ask the questions here, pal.
Oh, gosh. Silver, somebody asked, who's your favorite stand-up comedian? Champ Tuesday says that.
My favorite stand-up? Well, let's see here. Well, I mostly listen to the Robin Williams stand-up, especially he was at the Texas Opera House. Yes.
Yeah.
And that was a fantastic show. So
okay.
I love that one. I don't know of anyone who just does pure stand-up that I'm a huge fan of. They've usually been in several things. So I'm going to stick with Robin Williams, and well, dearly missed.
Dearly missed.
How about you, Blissy? Do you have a stand-up comic you like?
When they say stand-up comedian, does that like apply to just one person, or can it be a group of people?
Oh, a group of people, I should say.
Blue collar.
Blue collar. Oh, there you go.
Larry the Cable Guy and Fox and Jeff Worthy Fox. I love those guys.
Get her done.
Get her done! I even came up with my own redneck jokes because of Jeff.
I love the modification. If you know you're a redneck Jedi, if you say, "Boy, get over here to the dark side."
You know you're a redneck when, and this is true, when you make a barbecue pit out of a trash can. It was clean.
I can believe it.
Well, it's better than in a what do you call those? Amnesia tanks?
Oh, full immersion tanks, or sensory?
No, they're medical tanks that held like ammonia.
Ooh,
Ammonium. Yeah.
That I don't know.
Yeah, apparently some southerner from, I don't know, probably Arkansas or Texas, one of the two. They made a barbecue pit out of one of those tanks, and I'm just like, what?
Oh God! Please tell me they cleaned it thoroughly. It's gonna.
Oh yeah, they did. They did. I just thought it was funny. Oh goodness.
I love Larry the Cable Guy describing his time at a Catholic sermon, and everyone's standing up, everyone's getting down, everyone's kneeling. He's like, "What is going on? I can't make head or tail of this." There we go. I'm sitting down. I'm settled. The priest stands back up. Everyone stands up. Like, "You some bitch."
I'm at my my daughter's best friend, and she was all dressed in black and had all these piercings, and this is my daughter, and she introduces me to her. She goes, Dad, this is my friend Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Fur. I love them.
As well you should. I mean, as long as they're bringing the laughter.
And of course, you can't go wrong with some of the earlier and older versions of Jeb Dunham.
Yeah. I haven't watched his more recent specials. Is he okay?
I haven't heard good things about his newest stuff. That's why I tend to go for the more older stuff these days.
Makes sense. Okay. Well, we are now past the top of the hour.
Top of the hour to you, Alex.
And, well, I apparently need to go find a copy of Rockadoodle and pray for my soul.
You don't need to find a copy. You can find it on YouTube. Watch for free with ads.
Oh, God.
How do you think I was able to watch it multiple times?
Oh, land of Goshen.
You want me to link you to it?
No, just pour one out in my memory, for I will soon be the mentally dead.
Okay, here, I can fix this. Here's some good news, though.
Oh?
After you watch that, you can also watch The Secret of Nim for free with ads.
Okay, now we're talking.
There you go.
I like The Secret of Nim, though. My God, it scared me as a kid.
Oh, I never saw it as a kid. I didn't see it until I was in middle school, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Well, see, I saw it on, I think it was on Disney. I just came in. I thought it was just a preview scene, but it was the scene where the spider is stalking her.
Oh, yeah, Spider Bat.
Yeah, that scared me to no end. I think it became slightly arachnophobic for that one. But then you meet the owl. It's like, okay, the spider's not as scary anymore.
Yeah.
But either way.
Now that I'm older and I've seen the movie, I still like it, but the Deus Ex Machina has me like, ah.
A bit of magic in a world of science.
And I'm like, huh? What? Huh? Forget it. Roll with it. Everything else is good, though.
Though Elizabeth Snowbell has the suggestion maybe I should watch Rock and Rule afterwards, which is a very different movie.
I have no idea what that is.
Maybe I should get a reaction video for that going.
Ooh.
Rock and Rule. Well, anyway, we'll process these, but for now, Bliss has been wonderfully generous with her time and insight. I don't want to keep you from food or the kitties or just taking things easy, and I must seek out this Rockadoodle. Rockadoodle.
By the way, I saw a image just now on your little screen of was a pony sitting down.
Oh yes.
Pose.
Yes.
Can I get a screenshot of some of these poses? Because I'm curious. I want to add some additions to Bliss.
Well, I will send you the file. You have Illustrator?
I do not use Illustrator, but I would just need a screenshot. Ooh, see, yeah, that one's the one with the wings out.
Well, let's see here.
It's a frontal sitting position with the wings out.
Oh, yes. This one.
Or semi-frontal position. It's the 3/4.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. What can I do to get all these to you? I can send you one really big image. It's just huge.
It doesn't need to be too big.
Oh no! Come on! I have got the complete stallion walking cycle, the mare walking cycle, full running cycle.
Oh, I already got those. I just wanted some pose ideas.
Okay. Well, I mean, all these. I mean, but then I could always have this one. Now draw me like one of your French alicorns. Wait for it to zoom in.
Oh my!
Oh my, indeed.
I would just take pictures.
That was, of course, all of rarity. But yeah, I will get these images to you.
Thank you, sir.
Excellent. But in the meantime, everyone, I want to wish you all a wonderful weekend and hopefully a lot of fun. Like we talked about tonight, things can be tough, things can be out of our control, but we focus on something we enjoy and we can experience hope for the future.
Yeah.
So I wish you all a wonderful evening, and thank you, Bliss, for being on board with this.
I don't know. This was fun.
So, Crazy Twilight, we'll see you in your dreams. I'll see you all in Rockadoodle Hell. And we'll go from there.
Rainbows make you smile.
Rainbows made me watch Rockadoodle. Anyway, everybody, be safe and be well. I'm Silver-Quill.